Hello everybody, today's coffee shop talk is going to be about finances. I've had a rare opportunity this six months past year here working with 18, 19, and 20 up to 25 year olds, new people coming into the workforce. And so doing so, they ask a lot of questions, which is good, they're curious. And a lot of it's about finances. And then they hear about how I handle my finances and what I've done with it. And so what I do is I share it with them. But what I ask them some specific questions. I said, what is your vision for finances? What's your vision for the future? Where are you going to be at? And I get all kinds of range of questions. They don't know. Nobody's taught them. Maybe out of 10, I got one that's a smart guy and his parents have been involved in his future, right? Some say, well, my parents are going to help me. I don't understand that. Don't rely on your parents' wealth to help you. It changes. Humans are very weird when it comes to money. I've seen enough people with wealth and then on their deathbed take it with them or not give it to their children. They have a weird mindset as you get older. My father didn't have a lot of wealth, and even if he was poor, he had a weird mindset. So I spoke with him, did everything for him, but yet when he passed away, supposedly he wrote everything that he did have, which wasn't much, of course, to my brother, which didn't make sense because my brother used and took things from him. So that's not something that you as a person should rely on. I've done some coffee shop talks talking about investing and stuff. You should already start an investment portfolio. I don't like IRAs. I don't like 401ks. I don't like giving money to the government and they're going to tell you how much and when you can take it out. I don't agree with those. So what I like is the money market CDs, the easy CDs. I like those because you can go in and out of them and they're with you in the bank. And right now, those easy CDs, you can buy into them a year, 2 years, whatever you want. And my bank's running 4.97. So I've been telling a lot of young sailors and young military guys and my co-workers that I work with about this. In fact, I helped an elderly woman, not real older, probably in her early 50s, and didn't have any of this and didn't know anything about it. So for $50, she went and opened one up, and then she started seeing her pennies making money. But my discussion is back to you, 18, 19, 20, up to 25. Let's see, maybe up to 40 years old. You have to have a plan for your future. And don't rely on 401ks or what the military uses / they call it thrift saving plan. It's a modified, glorified 401k. I don't like those. They're a three-legged chair. They're betting on you, not make it to 67. They're betting on you, two, you're going to draw it out early so they can draw taxes on it and get it all at one shot. I just drew mine out, paid mine 20% on that money, and I just said, hell with it. I cut my losses and moved on. And then I took the gains of that and I rolled it all over into a 5% money market / easy CD, they call it in my bank. And that's now drawing, actually it's 4.97 is what it's drawing right now. So I'm making money with that, and that's 5%, and I'm okay with that. At the end of the year, I'll pay my dividends. I'll pay my taxes on the end of the year on the dividends that I make. And then I own that money. That money's mine. That's what I recommend. That's just how I do it at my level of money that I have. Some people don't have the huge $1 million to go get a CPA. I was listening to one guy talking about money, and he's rattling off all his degrees and stuff, and this is what I would do with it, and this is what I do with it. So I go in the chat room, right? I go in that room because I'm curious to listen to this guy. Now, I'm also very wary of people that brag all the time because there's going to be issues with it. Of course, I was right. So I go in the chat room, and I said, okay, Mr. Wizard. And he asked me, you want to know how much I had? I said, well, it doesn't matter how much I had. Just say I had $10,000. Tell me how to invest it. But then he got real smart ass about it. I said, you work with people's money all the time. You're talking about all this great investing that you do for people. I said, how much have you got? And I had crickets. And after a while, he booted me out and he blocked me. So you got to be careful with these people. I mean, if this guy's got all these pedigrees, right, and he's Mr. Wizard, then how come that Mr. Wizard doesn't have that money in that portfolio like the people he's handling? I would think the money he's making, and he's so damn smart, and he's investing those rich people's money, how come he don't have that kind of money? I'm kind of curious. I'd I don't know about these investors. I don't know what they do. I just know I've been investing my own, and I've built my own wealth, and I've accrued my own wealth by myself. And I don't need them managing my money. Okay, so they can make me 1 or 2 points or 3 points more. But I'm going to pay them. I'm going to pay them a lot, and then I got to deal with taxes and figuring out what I paid them. And I don't know. To me, it's just makes my head hurt. So on an average guy that's not a college grad and making huge amount of money, I'm talking people that are probably making, let's say 10,000 to 200,000. This is what I do. I use the Money Market Easy CD and I put it in there. But I'm kind of upset that parents, teachers, and the schools are not teaching these young men and women that are coming into our workforce how to put money aside or how much. So I told one kid, I said, you should do 10% of your paycheck. 10% should be for you. You should be putting that away into a money market /CD. If you're a TSP guy or a 401k guy and that's all you believe in, go ahead and do it. To me, that's a three-legged chair. It's crashed before. You got to watch it. I don't like it. I said with the money market CD, when the bank puts their match, their money, their percentage in, it stays there. It doesn't go away. So if the market drops and you got it for a year, you got it a year for 5%. If it drops to 3%, you got it for 5%. If you want to roll it over and keep your 5% at the end of the term, then you can keep the 5% and roll it over. If it's more, you can roll it into a higher number. If it's lower, you can just keep the number that you got. So that's why I've chose that over my life, and I've done pretty good with it. Let's say I'm sure the average, I don't know, I'd say probably 50% of Americans or 75% don't have what I've occurred or have or bought or saved or invested. So can't answer that for you. But I can tell you this, we need to teach our children better finances and how to put money away. And we need to get the people that are not off the system and not independent, we need to figure out how to do that for them. I think if we had systems out there to help these people get off the system and realize that the government is not their crutch and they shouldn't be funding them and they should be funding themselves and get out there and work, we need to fix that. To me, it's broken, right? I've been working and doing and making money my whole life. So I have that accrued wealth and I can travel and do what I want. If I want to go on a cruise, I can. If I want to buy a new car, I can. I've just done that and I've done it on my own, figuring it out. And I'm just sharing that with you. But I think our school system is failing our new generation of children and our parents by not helping them figure out how to save money, how to make money, and how to put it away correctly. So I think we need to have that talk with our children. And that 18, 19, 20, actually I started when I was 15. And then at 17 when I was in the Navy, I was getting maybe $100 check every 2 weeks, but I learned how to use it. I was smart with it. And then I had children and I was not still making probably under $800 a month. And I had a child on the way. I had a wife. I had $200 a month rent to pay, and I had to drive 35 miles on a motorcycle for 4 years. So I lived it. I know it, and I'm just saying we got to get better with our finances. And you out there need to get better with your finances. You need to open a money market CD. Some of them are $50 to open, unlimited amount. Get the best rate you can on it, and start putting your pennies in there. Start counting them and put them in there. $5, $10. One guy in one shop literally said, well, that don't sound like I'm going to make a whole lot. Let me tell you something. You come see me if you don't think it's going to make you a whole lot, or you message me, and I'm going to correct you in a heartbeat, because I can show you or tell you how many pennies that Henry's made by being smart and using his own money to make money. Okay? When you can talk to me and you got $4,000 to $5,000 a month coming in residual income, and you're not working because your money's making money for you, then you come talk to me, because that's what my money's doing. I'm just saying that's what you could be doing, and that's what you should be looking at, and that's what you should be doing and helping each other out. And I started by doing it small and counting the pennies that I had. Anyways, that's my pitch on finances. I don't like IRAs. I don't like TSPs. I'm not a fan of 401ks. I'm a fan of the Easy Market CD that you can manage yourself as a common person, average income person that's making, I don't know, $10,000, $30,000, all the way up to $200,000. Rich people pay people to do it because 10 to 1 they get lazy and they think it's fun to have. I have an accountant. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't believe in paying somebody to do something for me. I don't have an accountant. I don't have a car guy. I don't have a AC guy. I do 99% of my stuff at Henry's home for Henry. That's why Henry has money. So Henry doesn't pay people to come do things. Henry figures it out. Next, I'm going to be posting the fact that I'm going to paint my driveway, and I'm going to show you some tricks how to do that, and that's because Henry does it himself. Anyway, that's Henry's Coffee Shop, finances, and we need to get better teaching our children so our future generations are not illiterate and do not know how to manage money, and then they rely on the government to take care of them. All right, Henry out. Have a great, great, great day. It's Thursday. Friday's around the corner, and I want to say thank you.